All right, y'all. Of course, this is Damon Patterson here. Proud to be here with my cousin Claude. What you're looking at right now is about as real can possibly get because neither one of us was sure about a good 2 weeks ago, almost, that this video would even be possible. It was 50-50. It was up in the air. And I'm happy that this man was able to get himself to the hospital in time to catch what he's about to share with you. So, Claude, what is it that you remember from the time of you driving here to Bridgeport Hospital and how you were feeling at that time while you were driving here?
Well, I am obviously not an old person. So I have historically looked at my health as, yeah, I can eat a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I'd be okay. And I took a lot of my health for granted. So let me first start by saying, if you don't feel good, whatever is bothering you, tell somebody. September 5th, 2018 changed my life permanently. You guys may know me from doing the healthy food reviews, and I said to Dane a few years ago before I started my YouTube journey or otherwise, the reason I was doing this was to try to reach out to people to give them something to fall back on, healthy food or what have you. And on that night, I was actually home doing homework by myself. And there's another part to the story, but I won't go into all the details. Just know that I got myself to the hospital when I was actually having a heart attack at 44. And not ashamed to say it, it happened. Because I work in the health field, it was something that I did see a few of the signs, but as soon as I came into the hospital, they were telling me that it was happening at that moment. Scared shitless. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that little swear right now. It doesn't need to be edited because this is as real as you're going to get with me. We're sitting right now in a hospital room. Me and my cousin Dane. Favorite person on the planet. And we're doing this video for y'all because it's incredible to me about how many people go through this unnecessarily under the age of 40. I'm a dad, I'm a brother, I'm a cousin, I'm an uncle. I'm a father, like I said, and I'm a best friend to a lot of people. So when people found out, they were shocked. Of course, when Dane found out, he was speechless. I was told by the doctors, because I was going to take a nap that night. I was going to lay down maybe an hour or two because I was doing homework, got a migraine. Not only the migraine, chest pains. It felt like an elephant was on my chest. And I sat there because usually I'm feeling pretty good. And something told me to get up and go to the hospital, and I did. I had a heart attack that night. And I'm recovering now from bypass surgery. I decided to live my best life right now. Because honestly, there's nothing but my family and divine intervention has kept me here today. It's a very scary thing. It's also very preventable. But again, our society doesn't really give a rat's ass a lot of times about what they're doing. And I swear, if we did, we wouldn't have a lot of this going on right now. Probably none of it, according to my doctors. I'm going to give you guys all of me. There's no entertainment. There's no sugarcoat, nothing. So when I tell you about something good and healthy and what we're doing, that's exactly what this is, y'all. I'm rocking out with y'all the real way, the long way, the right way. And I'm blessed to be doing it one more time, and I'm not going to mess this up this time.
I remember getting that call, of you being in the hospital, and then everything kind of it gets to run through your head at once, because me and you, we had our conversations back and forth. How I'm feeling, how you're feeling, things that we know that genetically run through our family, a life that we know will inevitably catch up to us regardless of what we do. Because when it's genetics, that's just part of a code at that point. It's crazy. You can do certain things to slow a process down, but you can never do enough to stop a process. When it's in play, you can try your best to control it. And to see you in that hospital room, when I first arrived, and then to hear the doctors talking and to hear the nurses talking, and there was a moment where I was just like, oh, this is gonna get rough. Can you hear things like a triple bypass or a quadruple bypass? Like unless somebody's going through that, you have no idea how that turns out. And at this moment, my condolences to anyone watching this video right now that you've lost someone that went through it, that was trying to go through it, trying to beat it, and did not come out as positive on the other end. Whereas there can be a video made to talk about their experience. So definitely condolences to you, to your family. And here we've been given an opportunity to be able to put this video out, because a lot of people they'll never put a video out of the negative, of what happens in their life, because they're so concerned with only showing you the positive. They're so focused on saying, my life is perfect and I'm untouchable and I haven't been touched. Whereas a lot of people that you guys follow right now have been touched more times than once. And they won't show it to you because maybe they just don't want to remember. So, I commend my cousin, and at this point, always been my brother for as long as I could remember.
Facts.
For being this strong to say, Dame, we need to sit and talk to the community that watches us both, and to let them know that this isn't something to be played with and something to ignore. A blessing, man. And that's exactly what this is. This man here is strong enough to look at you guys and say, listen, this is my current situation. I'm healing. I'm getting stronger every single day. But, bro, I remember coming to visit you and you being heavily medicated, right after the surgery. And then the tubes and then just so many machines that were attached to you. And I'm just like, damn. Look, I don't care the type of health any of you guys are in, good, bad, or indifferent. If you feel that you'll never, ever be touched by life doesn't pick and choose anyone.
At all. Life touches everybody in their own ways sometimes. But again, our message is not to come down on anyone for what they do as far as their choices in eating food, but it's basically to say, be aware. Understand what you're putting into your body, because your body's going to respond immediately to whatever you guys are doing in the interim. However, a lot of it is going to affect you years down the line. And I'd be damned if I have a platform, if I have a power, like I said to Damon, if I have a power to reach out to people and not share my message. Mm-hmm. Because a week ago, I wasn't going to be sitting here no more, y'all. Healthy Foods with Claude didn't exist. It was over. I have been given a second chance by God. There's no other reason behind it except my cousin and my family's love on top of it that brought me back. Nobody cheats death the way they're supposed to. Mm. There's no second chances. There's no coming back. So while we're sitting there laughing and joking and having a good time, and yeah, my food reviews are going to do just that. We laugh, we joke, we have a good time. But understand that, again, I'm giving you all of me. And I almost was not able to.
Even thinking about it in that light. And you know what? Nobody ever wants to discuss death until it happens. You know, they always sit there and start thinking of things that they should have done or things that they should have said while they're standing over that body, and it's always far too late. I know from our own conversations that you at that time that's what you face. You face what if the possibility that you might not come out on the other end in a positive way, and it might be the last breaths that you take. What runs through one's mind when you have those thoughts, when you're not sure of the outcome?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's what happens. Plus, like I said, I'm still young, so the doctors and everybody else are looking at me like, wow, what's going on? What we realize is that CHF, or congestive heart failure, or blockages and stuff, they're hereditary sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's not something that you can always prepare for, but you can damn sure help prevent. While this was happening to me, in my mind, I worried about my family. It's the first people I saw in my mind. I have a daughter. I worried about her. I worried about my son. I worried about what's going to happen with the rest of my family, my parents, my cousins, Dame. This is not just talking, y'all. This is really my cousin for real. Fuck that. Excuse my mouth. This is my brother. He held me down through this whole shit. But again, it was the grace of God that kept me here. So I believe honestly that the things that go through my mind led me up to this point. I was given a second chance. What am I gonna do with it? What do I plan on doing with it? A hell of a lot more than I've done with it. So again, Dame asked me to do this video. I said we needed to do it because it was necessary, and we're here right now. We are at Bridgeport Hospital, Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm sitting here right now in a Johnny coat, and hopefully everything's good. I get to go home in a couple days. There are no props in this. This is a real event. And I'm really hoping this reaches out to the right people, anyone, even children. Because if you look at statistically speaking, this generation is not supposed to outlive their parents. From heart failure, cancer, diabetes, stroke, our children are dying. Many of you guys are children. Guess what? I'm 44 and it happened to me. And I've always been active. I played sports. I've done martial arts. So I never thought it could happen. But in some ways, I feel like God said, you know what? Pump your brakes. You need to reevaluate some things, including your life. Your life. And when this man Dame Drops found out, because you guys always see him laughing and stuff, he was definitely upset. Because like he said, we're brothers. First cousins by nature, but we're brothers. You know, we've been together that long. And I would hate to see any of this happen to anyone I love, care about, have come in contact with, I'm friends with. None of this, man. If it can be prevented, if disease can be prevented on any level, make the right choices. That's all we're asking. We're not doing this video for donations or nothing. Who needs it? We don't need it. We don't need it. What we need to do is get this message out to y'all. So while you guys are having fun doing these videos and eating and stuff and jumping up around and jumping around dancing or whatever, that's cool. Enjoy yourself. Love life. But make sure that you love life in the right ways. That way life loves you back. That's our whole point.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first from the man himself, survivor, triple bypass. Nothing nice, nothing easy. It's Claude Patterson, your main man, Dame Drops. We're out of here.